Hello gang, we are back, and as you can see, we are back in the top 1000 in the world. Today I'm going to, well, I was just showing off there really, but leading into that, that sort of gives me the confidence where I'm like, you know what, I'm actually alright. So hopefully I'm going to do one of the ones where I share with you some of my knowledge, some of my quote-unquote wisdom, while also practicing and learning. I bought Mugenics yesterday. The new Edmund Macmillan game, and I can already feel it is going to be a bad one. Well, I'm already thoroughly addicted. I can't really have two addictions at the same time, so I played 2 hours of that this morning, haven't played any. This is how bad it was. The first thing I did when I woke up wasn't log into Geoguessr, it was play that game. So if I was just going to go straight into duels right now, I would be shit, to be honest. And we're at a position where people are very good, and you need to be at the top of your game, otherwise you'll lose elo. So we're gonna do this. Sorry for the long-winded intro, but hopefully it gives us a chance to practice as well. I don't know what the editing on that is going to be like, but I just went to Argentina and Vietnam, and well, if you're trying to trust me as someone who knows my things, that's not really the way to go. This though, I'll talk you through this gladly. We're in a field in Europe. We are in a field in Europe 2019. So it rules out Germany. I would say Western Europe by this brick architecture here. I'd say a Belgium, a France, any of the flat areas. We're not 100% flat. I mean, this kind of here, this sort of brick architecture, you can see a bit of a White House ahead there. I think I might pop a Belgium down. That's actually a good guess. That is a good guess. Right, so I will talk you through. So it's the camera generation, so it's not Gen 4. I think this is Gen 3. I do struggle to tell them apart a bit. Good guess, actually. Yeah, it's sort of agricultural, decently flat, but not 100%. I mean, in terms of flat bits in Europe, I mean, the Netherlands, obviously. So northern Belgium, this is a bit more hilly. I've actually been to this area down here, the Ardennes, and it's somewhat hilly and more forested. So yeah, Poland, the Baltics, obviously pretty flat, the middle of Hungary. But yeah, with the architecture, that should rule you out from these places because, yeah, the sort of that style of brick architecture, that'll do it. That is what I went on. Without that, it would be a bit rough trying to guess this because it does just feel like a field in Europe. But if you see this as well, we've got thinner sort of trees. So the further north you get, the thinner trees you get. That's usually the rule, so further away from the equator. So more northern Europe, you see this, the sort of more orangey white thin ones. More northern Europe. So yeah, it's all just sort of stuff that you pick up. And then yeah, very agricultural area is northern France and Belgium. So yeah, not a bad guess. Let's see if we can carry on and not disgrace ourselves. In Chile, I'd assume, either Chile or could maybe see it in Argentina, but we've got a volcano there. So yeah, we're definitely in the Atacama. So you check for sun directions, that tells you in the southern hemisphere. We're in the desert. There's not many desert-y places. I mean, you got Namibia and South Africa, pretty recognizable. Australia as well. You can kind of tell we're in pretty high elevation here, you know. Very, very mountainous. So very distinct landscape, the Atacama. And that is White Car, which does fit for Chile as well. As for region guessing the Atacama, pretty clueless, but we do have a volcano, and I know that this area around here is pretty volcanic because one of the national parks is called something to do with volcanoes. Is it the Flamencos? I don't know. Volcan Isluga, so I just assumed that's volcanic. That's the thought process there. We've also got a Jeep, not a Jeep, a pickup truck. Very sort of like Latin American, North American. They love their pickup trucks, bruh. Yeah, I'm honestly, pretty clueless. I'm going to pop it down in the middle of the Vulcan National Park. It could be this one as well, because yeah, lining along here is more of the volcano, so I'll hedge a bit further down actually. And yeah, it was just in there, so not bad again. But yeah, that's sort of where my powers of region guessing get. I can know it's somewhere along here. I mean, I probably could have made some effort to line up a road, but I'm just trying to sort of tell you the general vicinity. So if you've got a round like this, which you know is in the Atacama, because, well, look at it, it's dry and it wants to kill you. So if you see a volcano, guess closer to Argentina up in this bit. That's 2 rounds in a row, which I haven't disgraced myself, and I know this one, it is Botswana. So you got the white car, for starters. Very Botswana and Eswatini. You do also get it in South Africa as well. So don't solely, I mean, around like this, you can just spam Botswana, but don't just spam Botswana all the time, because it can be in and around here as well. In terms of telling it's Botswana, I mean, look, you could maybe think desert up here in Kolo, that could be a 50-50, as well as sometimes here. But the whiteness of the soil and the sand, I only know this from the Top Gear Botswana special, but it's very salty. It's got a lot of salt flats. Not saying this is particularly one, but yeah, if you see it's very, very white. Sort of hazy looking, if that makes sense. You can tell, like, the only real, I mean, the sun's sort of hazy in it. So yeah, that's a big tell. Again, sort of just things that you just pick up from playing. I think I hit 7,800 games the other day. Short shrubbery, fun to say. Short shrubbery. Yeah, sort of. These trees have not had too much water on them, have they? So you're in a very, very dry place. As for region guessing, Botswana, again, yeah, it sort of all looks the same. I mean, Gaborone is it's the more built up place, and then this is supposed to be more sandy, but this looks like pretty much a mix of everything. I'm gonna go more north though, and yeah, near Mang. So actually, that was actually the sandiness is more in the north half of the country here, but I mean, it's all pretty sandy. And then this is more sort of like dry, what's the word? Desert, I guess, maybe. So yeah, usually if you see it really, really sandy, go in the north, but I mean, I've had rounds before where I've been like that, sure that's north, and it's butt fuck middle of nowhere. But yeah, that's Botswana for you. It's flat, sandy, very, very dry, with a white car. Pretty recognisable again. And we've got India here, we've got Shitcam, and we've got Holy Pole. Okay, so we're lucky. We're getting Indian metas that I know. Probably one of the most famous Indian metas in terms of poles. I mean, they're pretty... You've got the Telangana Trident. You've got Andhra Pradesh, which looks like Brazilian ones. And then Gujarat is holy. So if you see these, they're only found in Gujarat. Yeah, I mean, the dryness of the... I mean... Look, just because it's dry does not mean it's Gujarat, Rajasthan. If you're stuck and you want to try a region guess and it does look kind of dry, go for it. But believe me, there's plenty other dry pockets in and around India. But if you see a Gujarat holy pole, so sort of like Romania, Poland, Hungary, with your holes in, you click Gujarat. And I mean, this bit, the peninsula, so Gujarat runs from, like, if you see the dotted line, all the way to like here. This obviously is quite desert, like pretty much just desert. The map is usually your friend, if you, I mean, you can kind of tell. I mean, no green here, sort of more lush and green here. Yeah, sort of more deserty, more built up areas. I can't tell if Ahmedabad or Rajkot is the biggest city. All I know is from cricket that Ahmedabad has the biggest sports stadium in the world, outside of North Korea. Might be wrong on that, but the Narendra Modi Stadium is like massive. And it's always empty because, well, India don't play many big games there. I think sorry, I'm going for the tangent, but they were playing like West Indies in their test match. I'm pretty sure there. And there were like probably 50 people there. But yeah, I'm slamming it down in the middle of Gujarat there. Yeah, usually you're best off just clicking the middle of the peninsula. If it's a bit more greener, it feels a bit more built up, then probably use your noggin and go not there. And we have Spain, is it? Yeah, it's pretty rocky. This is beautiful, this is. Yeah, we've got, well, Spanish pole there, so you see the top of it. Looks a bit funky. You can imagine we are Spain, aren't we? Yeah. Usually that's only multiples of 2. You've got your blue and white and your black and white chevrons. And usually my rule is 2 or 4, but this has to be Spain. We've got dashed road lines as well. So, I mean, the Scandi countries are the ones that always come to mind, and they're probably one of the first things you learn with your longer dash lines and your shorter dash lines, as well as Estonia as well. But, I mean, this is definitely not Scandinavia. So you see we're hotter, we're drier, hillier. So, I mean, the only other option would be Romania, really. But again, you can tell by the Mediterranean look of the climate. Sort of red roofed houses over here. We've got something growing here. Don't really know what it is. Olives, maybe. Some sort of like hot. Is an olive a fruit? Is it a vegetable, or is it something, a third secret thing? I know it's an oil, but let me know what an olive is. Is it a fruit? Is it a herb? It's definitely not a spice. Anyway, we're in Spain. It would be really, really embarrassing if we're not in Spain here. As for region guessing Spain, it's pretty tough. I mean, I tend to like countries which, as you can see, sort of make sense in terms of, you've got, you know, I was talking about with, what was I talking about? Botswana, maybe, with the sandiness up here and then the dryness up here, it's sort of split. When you sort of get countries like Spain, which is like, you've got green bits, you've got hilly bits, you've got flat bits, sort of dotted around everywhere, and you've got to try and figure out which one's which, that sort of doesn't make as much sense to me. But I feel we're sort of drier, I'd say we're more southern. And yeah, not bad actually. All in all, so yeah, it's, you can tell by the sort of lack of green. I know there's a bit here, but it looks pretty hot, pretty sort of yeah, dry and burnt out. So that's why I go the south. Sort of exposed rock formations as well. I mean, they are sort of dotted about everywhere, but I do tend to think, again, more of the east coast. So yeah, exposed rock, I talked about it in a previous one. It's quite useful for telling where you are. Croatia, this bit of Italy. So with that, and you see you're in a Mediterranean country, and you see it's quite rocky. I mean, we don't really have many by the side of the road, big ones, but gravelly here. So yeah, this coast here, certainly, I think it's Sardinia, the heel of the boot of Italy, and then Croatia and Bosnia, definitely. Lots of exposed rock, as well as Scandinavia, obviously, and the UK in the coastal bits, and in the south. What score did we get there? That was pretty good. 23,643. I'm glad we got a good one. I mean, decent guess there. I mean, they're all pretty easy. We got a nice seed, actually, apart from that one, which is a bit rough, but yeah, nice to not embarrass myself there. And I might just keep it short and simple there. I might just leave it there, because I feel like the next seed we get could just be all absolute honkers, which I do not know. So, yeah, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.